I've always said that part of your job, maybe just as much a part of your job as advocating zealously for your client and trying to achieve the results that they're seeking in their case, is to make sure your client is doing the right thing. We have a dual role, I think, that's very unique to this particular area of law and family law litigation and divorce, in that you need to make sure your client is doing the right things. I explain to clients that I'm like a funnel. Your lawyer is like a funnel. You provide all the information into the top of that funnel. And what my job is to condense that down. That's the value of your lawyer. Translate all of that information you've given to your attorney into terms and information that you can communicate to the judge and opposing counsel in a way that it makes sense to them. Clearly, I need to make sure my clients are following my advice throughout. And again, I need to make sure my clients are doing the right thing as much as I'm advocating for them. The best clients are the clients that follow your advice to the letter. They put you in the best position to help them to help themselves. I can remember a client I had years ago, and he came into my office and he said, "Look, Dennis, I have this case. I've been back and forth to court. I can't tell you how many times. Custody litigation case. I am absolutely 100% certain that my ex does not care about these kids. These kids are only a paycheck to her. I have a strong suspicion that she's an alcoholic, but nobody sees through it." And I said to him, "Look," I said, "if this person is who you say she is, we will gather the information necessary to prove that to the judge. And if you stick with it and you follow my advice, ultimately, the judge and the attorney for the child will see through her facade." So guess what? I was a little skeptical at first. This guy was a little rough around the edges, but I will tell you what, he followed our advice to the letter. He was honest and forthright, and he gave us all the information we needed to prove his case. And it took a little bit of time. I said, "Look, as part of this process, you really need to be patient. Things like this don't change overnight." But ultimately, maybe about a year later, and it took some litigation, that case was completely turned around, and custody was changed to his ex, from his ex to him. And they did see through her facade. And at the end of that case, I gotta say, nothing gave me a greater measure of satisfaction than to see this honest, forthright guy, not the quintessential guy, not the textbook, person you'd see as your cover boy. But I will tell you what, at the end of the day, we got results because he followed our advice.